Hello, everybody. My name is Uchara, and this is Eco. Another day on my community server. Day was like 24? Day 24, I think. Still going. We're still around, still kicking. Not quite as active as it was, but that's what happens. We're 3.5 weeks in. But like, there was one point yesterday where there was like 20 people online at the same time. So we're still got quite a few people. We got 38 people still considered active, so we're certainly not dead yet. We're going to be shooting down the meteor soon-ish, maybe. Not really sure. I have a poll up on the Discord about what time we're gonna or what day we're gonna shoot the meteor down. It'll be either September 10th or September 17th. The 11th is also an option there, but it had less. The other two were really close, though, last I checked. But to be fair, I didn't look. I'll probably give it another day or so for people to vote, and then we will pick one. Especially if it's going to be the 10th, we would need to know that soon. All right, so let's check my store here. I got some ashlar being made. You can see up here some reinforced concrete. I continually sell out of reinforced concrete. I'm always surprised. I think it's going to be it for that. Although I haven't moved any more stone in a while. I assume people are done with that. All right, so we got some basalt. We got some limestone. We got some gneiss. We need some sandstone. What we really need is shale. We need ashlar shale. We're low on that. There is very little shale on the market. So let's go. Last I checked, there was a tunnel out this way that wasn't fully dug out yet, and it was shale. So we'll go dig this out. That way we're kind of getting killing two birds with one stone, right? We can get shale to turn into ashlar and help with the road projects. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's already been dug out. Judging by these stockpiles, I'm gonna say that stealth has been working on this. Yep. All right. Never mind. It has been dug. This right here, this stretch of shale, I think, is what I was talking about. Yeah, there's stealth. All right. Good job, stealth. So, I guess I can just go into my basement if I really want shale. Ooh, I like that. That's looking good. Ooh, that's the brace piece, I'm assuming. That looks cool. All right, and now the title and thumbnails is road work. There is a road. It's bugging me. There's a road that I don't like the way it's set up. So I'm gonna go fix it. Instead of complaining about it, I'm just gonna fix it. That means there's some on the market, right? There's some what on the market? Sorry, Herbson. Shale. There's no. There's 200 shale on the market, and I don't have any ashlar shale. No, Thorgrim has 12. So there's basically no shale or ashlar shale on the market. Oh, you mean because he dug out the tunnel? I see what you're saying. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little slow today. Um, but if you looked at his stockpiles that he had set up there, yeah, it looked like it was all clay. Maybe there wasn't as much clay there as I thought there was. There looked like there was very little shale there. I mean, I can just go into my basement if I really want shale. It's not a big deal. I mean, I could just dig out this shale for that matter. Well, let's go down towards the beach. Yeah, so I'm operating on about 3 hours sleep. Um, I golfed this morning. I played a full round of golf already today. Um, Pretty good. My buddy had free passes. He's the service manager at the car dealership in town, so he had some free passes for us. So yeah. But we teed off at 7 a.m. Right? So I was up at like 6. I don't usually get up at 6, so I tried to go to bed early last night, but I don't know about you all, but if I know I have to be up at a certain time and it's earlier than when I'm typically up, that totally gets in my head and affects my ability to fall asleep. So it was close to 3 before I fell asleep. So yeah, I'm on like 3.5 hours of sleep, I think. So we'll see. We'll see if I get a full 2 hours out of this stream or not. I'm hoping to, but oh wow, I did not realize I had crushed. Is this crushed granite? Did not realize I had this crushed granite down here still. This is my old mining operation, my old crushing operation, I guess you could say. And yeah, actually, I don't have much crushed right now either. I was kind of surprised. I'm always scared that I have too much crushed left and I'm not going to be able to get rid of it, but people keep buying my concrete. So there still actually is quite a few roads that need to be done, surprisingly. I'm considering people have been building roads quite aggressively, particularly the last week or two. And there's still a bunch to do, but there is a lot of roads. I feel like this server just has more road districts than my other servers have had generally. I see. I don't need crushed, right? I need normal stone. I mean, I could probably take a bit of crushed and turn it into concrete, but I don't need much crushed. And we're going to reach a point where we're not going to put it this way. I would not crush stone at this point in the game. Because you get crushed stone as a byproduct of both smelting and ashlar. Maybe limestone would be the exception. Maybe you can crush limestone from time to time, but I would not crush normal stone at this point. Because we will eventually reach a point where there's no more roads needed, right? And if we get to that point and there's like a lot of crushed everywhere, I can make the government stores buy crushed. I'd prefer not to, but if we need to, I will, right? I have before one server. But yeah, I mean, there still does need to be roads built. But last I checked, there was a ton of roads like in stock. Like if you look, and we got almost 3,000. There's like over 5,000 roads in stock, right? So, and that's asphalt. There's also stone roads. So, is this enough to finish paving the world? Possibly. I mean, I could make more road districts, but it doesn't really solve the problem. And it is used in a few other things like reinforced concrete, but I don't know how much more reinforced concrete is going to be needed, right? So anyway, we'll figure it out. I will say for sure, slag. The government stores will definitely buy slag relatively soon because it can only really be used, like at least like most other crushed stone can be turned into like sand. You know what I mean? At least it has a use. Whereas crushed slag has no use other than roads and concrete, right? So, yeah, they're all overstocked. They're all overstocked. And I mean, I'm going to try to start picking away at roads a little more often. But there's only so many that need to be done. Hey, Thorgrim, how are you doing on this fine holiday Monday? But we get some ashlar sale going here. And then I'm going to go show the road that bothers me, and I'll explain why it bothers me. And look, if you're the person who made that road, do not take this as an attack. It's just, I there's certain things about roads that bother me. And, just because you made that road doesn't mean you screwed up. It's a me thing, right? It's not you, it's me. But yeah, Talrath, I'm glad you're here because it's down by you, and it won't really affect you. But I just wanted to, before I do it, in case you had some plans that my road change would bug you, but I don't think it will. But again, I don't know what your plans are. So the up and down by telegraph, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Basically, like I harp on this sometimes, unnecessary ramping. Basically, the road ramps up. I guess I can show it on the map here. Right here, the road ramps up, right, to a flat area here. Now, it would be different if somebody had a claim right here, right, that needed access. And then it ramps back down to the exact same level. Like this height is the exact same height it's at here. There's no reason for that to ramp up. So I'm going to go at least work on one lane. I'll close up one lane and just see if I can get that done today. We'll work on it. There's a few other things I want to show today. The thumbnail is Calories Place. We haven't been out there lately, so we're going to go. Oh, and actually, God, I forgot to do this last episode, and I should have. Shout out to Calorie, and maybe Calorie got some help. Would make your life easier. Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, it's just, there's no reason for it to go up and down, right? But shout out to Calorie for providing power to most, if not all, the server. So thank you for that, Calorie. And again, so if I'm missing somebody else who helped, I apologize. But I know it was mostly Calorie doing that, which is good. But yeah, if anybody's home from work today, happy long weekend. It is Labor Day. I know it's a statutory holiday here in Canada. I assume it is in the States as well, but I'm not sure about like Europe and places like that. You have a stockpile behind your house you can't get to easily because the ramps are, yeah. So yeah, it'll make your life easier because yeah, your property kind of yeah. So you can't drive here right now, right? Whereas once this flattens out, you'd be able to drive here. So I'll start with this lane, the lane that's closest to your house today. Just yesterday, I was kind of driving around the server, and I was like, okay, I need like an activity. I need something I can work on tomorrow during stream, right? Just so I have something to do aside from showing stuff, show some stuff off, obviously. But I went up and down that ramp, and I was like, wait, why is this like this? This is what I do tomorrow. 5,000 roads won't be enough. Okay, well that's good. That's what I was hoping. Yeah, and I'll try to start doing more roads. I've been slacking on roads. I'll usually jump in. It's been mostly you. I know like Damo and Saucin did a lot, but they're not. I'm not even sure if they're playing anymore. But if they are, I don't think they're building roads anymore, right? So yeah, I'll try to kind of jump in because yeah, there still are some roads that need work for sure. Mostly there's two east-west roads. There's one here. There's one here. Oh, it looks like this one's been worked on some. They need a lot of work, right? There was somewhere else. There was somewhere else where I was looking at this road here. Like, I don't think this road. No, this road's was never made at all. So, although this group, I'm not sure how many of this group is even playing anymore. So I'm not sure how much. Yeah. And I mean, we're getting to that point in the run, right? It's 3.5 weeks in. I don't like, people are going to drop off. It happens, right? As long as we have enough people left to have a somewhat functioning economy. And I know, like, I have a star available right now. Like, if we have a real big need for something, I can jump in and do it. You use nearly 1,000 asphalt today. You don't think it's needed? You don't think that road is needed? I mean, but if people are looking for something to do or a way to make money, I'm not going to remove the road district. You know what I mean? But yes, that road district is not necessary. El Tozo is the only one. Okay, so El Tozo's still playing. Yeah, it's funny. Whenever I draw the road districts, I try to draw them, in places that I think people use them, but sometimes I'm very, very, very wrong in my predictions about what people will want for roads, right? But most of them I draw before anybody's in the world, right? So I can't predict. Like I predicted this road to be way more used than it was because it's at a crossroads with a government store here, right? And this is the only road that spans the world east to west. But this section of road is never really done because this was like the first road on the server, basically, right? Yeah, well, I think it's a dead end, but if you go underneath this ramp, there's a tunnel. Like you can actually get through this way, but if you go up the ramp, it's a dead end. But if you go like around the ramp and under it here like this, there's a tunnel. I can show it here. All right, so I got the shale queued up. I made some work in progress signs, whatever. I need to make some mortar. I'm almost out of mortar. I'm almost out of sand. I'm almost out of a lot of things. And let's eat. What do we need here? Protein and vitamins. Elk Wellington we find delicious, which helped. So wild mix delicious, elk Wellington delicious, elk taco better than anything. So that's mostly what I've been eating is those three things. And then obviously a little bit of everything else to get my variety bonus up, right? But yeah, not that XP bonus really matters at this point in the game. All right, so I got to go south for a whole bunch of things, but before I do that, I'm gonna go north. So a little backstory. So my house, for anybody who doesn't know, is colored the way it is to represent the colors of my favorite hockey team, the Boston Bruins, right here. Black and gold, and this is white bricks. I know it looks gray, but it's supposed to be white. Anyway, it is white bricks, just for the record. So you can see in the top there. So my neighbor, Ishmael, so you can see all the lampposts that Calorie put down. So again, thank you for that, Calorie. So Ishmael, who lives right over there, he is a Montreal Canadiens fan. He's a real life friend of mine. He's a Montreal Canadiens fan, and they're rivals with the Bruins, right? And their colors are white, red, and blue. Or bleu, blanc, and rouge, as they say in French, because, it's in Montreal. And he bought some white, red, and blue reinforced concrete from me. And he's got a claim up here. He told me to go check it out. It's right here. I don't know what it is. I mean, I can kind of get an idea. Looks like maybe it's like a rink or something. I don't know. But I'm assuming there's going to be like a Montreal Canadiens logo or something up here. So we're going to go check that out. And then we're going to go south and check out that road and check out, go down to Calorie's. Actually, Flyboys. I haven't been to Flyboys' place lately. Not sure if Flyboy's still active. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure if there's road access. Well, there must be. I mean, he made it. All right, so this is the road to get there. We're here. Bask in the glory of 25 Stanley Cup winning years. Nice little rink. So this is all the years they won the Stanley Cup. It's way more than the Bruins, but I'd like to point out 1993 was a long time ago. That was almost 30 years ago. Hello, Sunday operator. How are you doing? How are you operating on this Monday? But yeah, so we got our seats here. We got our penalty boxes, or I guess these are our benches. some little stairs. We got our nets. We got our blue line. We got our red line. Another net. We got the glass. Yeah, this must have taken a lot of work. So hats off to you, Ishmael. It is a sick looking rink. You're not doing very well. That sucks. Shrine to the Montreal Canadiens, the greatest team in the NHL. I mean, it's hard to argue with all those Stanley Cups they won, but they're not good lately. I can hang my hat on that at least. We're going to focus on waste management since my lodge is going to be on a closed road. Yep. Yeah, I don't think anybody ever did really do like tailing storage, like service, like people stored their own tailings, right? I don't think anybody ever. Usually somebody does it, right? Like, sometimes people suggest that the government should do it, but I mean, there's an argument. You're doing it now a bit late. Better late than never. I do, again, really like this new bridge. I apologize if you can hear my dog barking. Yeah, so close. So, yeah, close. So, I assume that means they're done. It's unfortunate. I never like when people, stop playing. But here's the thing. If I let it bother me, I will literally go crazy, right? The government should do it. How did I end up being a Boston fan? So, I live in Prince Edward Island, Canada, which admittedly, it's not terribly close to Boston, but there's no team close, right? Technically, Montreal would be the closest, but they're not all that close. There's no local team, right? Now, Montreal is probably the predominant fan base around here, but because of that, I didn't want to be a Montreal fan because, when you're a little kid, you're, contrarian. I was an edgelord as a tiny little kid, I guess. But I was actually originally. So is this the road that we're? No. I want to show the other road. Originally, I was an Edmonton fan. Like when I was a super young kid, I was an Edmonton Oilers fan because they were really good and little kids are front runners, and I was a little kid and I was a front runner. But then, I don't know, it was the 1988. I would have been 11, so I was still a kid, but that was the year the Bruins made a run to the finals. And I don't know, they just grabbed my attention, and they played the Oilers in the finals, who I was supposed to be a fan of, and I found myself cheering for the underdog Bruins. Yeah, if you don't go up the ramp, I'm pretty sure you can go through this tunnel and get there. God, you really notice how slow you move. So, yeah, so I've been a Bruins fan since '88, even though the Edmonton won that year. Them being the underdog, it just grabbed me, and I've been a Bruins fan ever since. And then back in the row. So yeah, so it's only a dead end if you go up the ramp. Whose skid steer is this? Oh, Elsirk's. So Elsirk must have been starting this road from that end. You were born in '89. Yo, don't worry about it. That's most people here are probably around your age. I'm old for the YouTube game for sure. Or old compared to most. Like, even if you look at like Twitch streamers like, say, like Co-Carnage and Dan's Gaming, guys that are a little older and more chill, I still probably have like 10 years on either of those guys, right? Or like Quill 18. Like, I'm still a fair bit older than all those guys. All right, so here's the ramp. Here's the offending ramp, right? So it should be just a nice flat intersection. Instead, the ramp goes up. Get to the top of the ramp. There's nothing here. There's nothing for the ramp to be here for. Then it immediately goes back down. Right? There's no reason for that to be a ramp whatsoever. All right, but that's what we're going to work on today. but it's a couple things I want to go show first. Then we'll work on that for a bit, and then we'll probably, like, I'm not going to work on that for the whole 90 minutes, but we'll get started on it at least. Most I interact with are my age or younger in Eco. Yeah, Eco definitely has an older player base. You know, like, and don't get me wrong, I've had some teenagers on the server, and people in their 20s, but I would say most people on my servers generally are people in their 30s. It seems late 20s, 30 in their 30s, right? Yeah, 89, you'd be 33, 32, 33, depending on when your birthday is. I'd say that's about standard servers. So has Skull's place changed since last time we were here? I feel like some of this brickwork wasn't here for sure. Oh yeah, all the core. Did you add even more corrugated steel? It's like Minecraft, but slower and more work in terms of which demographic it appeals to. Yeah, it's for a lot of people that play Eco are people that played Eco when they were a teenager or like early 20s doing some pipe work, it looks like, 10 years ago, right? Herbs in late 20s. Yeah, I would say that's, if I had to guess, I'd say most of the people on my servers are 25 to 35, right? All right, so I want to go that way in a sec. I wanted to point out too, because last time I was here, I didn't point it out, but his name is Flyboy, and he built a hangar, right? Like, when I was here last time, I think I just called it like a warehouse, or, you know what I mean? I didn't call it a hangar. And when I saw the sign for Hangar 51, I was like, oh, yeah, it's a hangar. Come on, Luch. Beware of animals on the runway when taking off and landing. And he's got the runway, which is pretty cool. And I believe that I'm looking at, Telrath, is that's your storage, right? Where you're doing your storage. We've shown off that tunnel before. Got the towers, the triple towers. Yeah, I don't think Flyboy's still active. Should I go down there, or is it just a mine shaft? Like, is there anything? Oh, why am I looking at Rico? Well, I guess I'm looking at anybody. I want to look at active. Active past. Flyboy is not active. I didn't think I'd seen Flyboy on lately. Just a mine shaft with a stockpile. Yeah. I will not bother checking it out now. At some point I will, for sure. Yeah, those towers are impressive. Especially considering how early in the game they built them. It's crazy. Although I do kind of think too that doing a mega build that early kind of doesn't do the economy any favors. If the server were earlier in its life, I would ask someone to build something. Yeah. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like Meteor's either gonna go down this weekend or next weekend. People will still play between now and then, but it'll be limited. And after the Meteor goes down, I'll still log in every day. I'll check my store as long as somebody else is playing. But like server 5 post Meteor, there were still like 6 or 10 people that played right till I took the server down. But like last server now, after the Meteor, very few people kept playing. So this is Brick Island. There used to be clay all through here. Now there is not. I come here looking for shale, I guess. Crazy. A lot of clay, Calorie. a lot of clay. All right, so let's look at what Calorie has built. Ooh, we got some ashlar going in here. Ooh, flat steel. I do like flat steel. Or could be greenhouse glass. It's flat steel. I love flat steel windows. Got some ashlar shale. You can tell by the texture. Or sorry, not shale. Basalt. I meant to say basalt. Ooh, looking good up here. Down. What do we got over here? Definitely some colors. Definitely some bold colors on the sound. Ooh, what? I like the windows. What's that? Framed glass, maybe? Yeah. Framed glass looks good. But yeah, I can speak as somebody who's done glass working a couple times. Wow, a lot of sand out of here. Don't sell much framed glass. What I've noticed. Yeah, there's a lot of different types of ashlar. We got shale, got granite, got the basalt. Part of what I'm doing, Tower S says, now is just establish myself as a guy who contributes to the community so people will be working with me next server. Yeah. Oh, 100%. Smart. Smart to do it like that. And we got Philosopher Kings. Oh, I like the white and green. This was a work in progress, I think, last time we were over here, right? Additional parking around back. Ooh. Look at this. This is nice. Sandstone tables. Storage underneath, I assume. Oh, this is Chef's Kiss, Philosopher King. Oh yeah. Once people know you, like especially like it'll go, next server, yeah, people definitely will be eager to work with you on stuff, on community project type things. One of these runs, I always say I want to make a racetrack and then I never do. Maybe. All right. Let's go pick away on this road a little bit. See if we can at least get one lane done. And it depends how much junk there is under the road. We're gonna pick up the road, obviously. There might be a lot of stuff that we need to mine out. I'm not sure. We might just make it a tunnel for now. I might clear everything out. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I just want, I want to have a project. One of these streams too, gonna I'm gonna pick a tunnel. I'm not sure which tunnel. I'm gonna make it fancy. Hey, Sandman. There's a government store right there. Telrath, I'll be good. That's another reason why I wanted to do the project. I figured it'd be pretty easy because there's a government store literally right next to it, right? It's not. I don't have a skid steer or anything, man. I'm fine. I'm just, you know, I'm in no rush. Just want to get it done. Hughes is no longer a member of Active. Hughes has got some stuff going on in real life. That makes sense. But yeah, this road needs to be wide still too. There's a lot of roads. Yeah, thank you, Sandman, for emptying all the government stores earlier today. All right, let's grab these signs, put these here so that nobody drives up this side while I'm working on it. Please and thank you. Stay to this side. Oh, that looks terrible. Oh, well. All right. We'll start from the other side, though, so it'll be easier to get at the government store. Oh, you're already started on it. Or Rico's already started on it. All right, then. I guess we're started on the other side, though. Then I will start on this side. So I'm assuming Rico is watching the stream then. Hi, Rico. Rico intended to spiff up that road. There's Rico. Richard. This was floating. Right, so and line. No, this way. There we go. Oh, and now I'm trapped. I'm trapped. Okay, I'm not trapped anymore. Should have probably gone like 10 deep. Would have made sense. Gonna have to do some digging there soon, though. We go and then spiff up that road. He actually put a stockpile of roads right in front of my house in a place he didn't know was horribly inconvenient for me. Right there? Or is that where you moved it to? But yeah, no, this will be better for everybody once it's done. Boom. Again, I apologize if you can hear one of my dogs barking. I'm assuming she's playing with the puppy. She's barking at the puppy. I do not believe she's under any distress. There are other people home. If she is in distress, she'll be fine. All right, so how far over do I want to go here? At least this far. Probably one more, too. All right, so now we got to dig a bit. And this is where having a big shovel comes in real handy. Times like these. Yeah, I don't know if I could ever play with a big shovel again. I you know, once you've had it, you can't go back. Let's park my truck here in case somebody drives by, needs to actually get up and over. But yeah, and again, oh, clay. I didn't realize it was clay. Clay and dirt don't mix. Felt like it'd be a good idea for me to actually work on this road instead of just complaining about it. Because I've done that a couple times. I've kind of like harped on the roads, not being done well or just not being done aggressively enough. But then I haven't worked on them myself, so I really shouldn't have been saying anything. Hey, Xander, how you doing today? Xander says good morning. I've already played a full 18 holes of golf today. It is definitely not morning anymore. I know. Time zones. I am sleepy too. I'm not going to do the whole spiel because I already did it earlier, but I did not get much sleep last night. Which is fine. Not the end of the world. But yeah, I'm not quite fully with it myself. Calorie, cut it in a real life neighbor outside and get pulled into chatting. Darn neighbors and they're wanting to chat, right? I was just over to your place, Calorie. I like it. I like the fact like you got a lot of different colors of brick. You got like different colors or different varieties of ashlar. You got the flat steel. I like it because you've got a lot of different materials on the go. I find that adds to it quite a bit. Just my opinion, of course. But yeah, now we're going to work on fixing this road. An up down that did not need to go up or down. So, and there we go. You're slowly trying to replace the brick with ashlar. Yeah. Oh, we're going to get Chinese food. Pick me up an A4 with 2 extra egg rolls, please. Thank you. Is there any stone roads for the middle section around? I know there's definitely asphalt on the market. Stone roads. Yes. Rico has some stone roads. Let's go buy some stone roads from Rico since it's right there. The steel shortage is definitely over. Definitely over. 100%. I mean, it was a matter of time, right? I mean, as long as people keep buying ashlar, I'll keep making it, which needs steel. But other than that, I can't. Can't make any promises. Oh, and one thing I'll mention with the government stores, Sandman, too, like if it's full and like there's like try to leave one stockpile of stone instead of clearing all four out, if that makes sense, just in case people need stone for various things. I went this way to buy stone roads and I forgot. He called the place and I was like, what are your hours today? Because it's a holiday. And they were like, for lunch, 11 to 2. So they're only open 11 to 2, or they just have like lunch specials from 11 to 2. All right, let's get a few stone. Although there's a truckload of stone roads right there and a stockpile of stone roads. They have lunch specials. Yeah, the Chinese place I go to has some nice lunch specials too. Well, I haven't been. Now I want Chinese food. Not going to be today though, because my older sister is cooking 50. It's cooking spaghetti for the family for supper, which I will definitely eat. But that also, like Salmon, it's hard to tell, like, especially if there's limestone. Try to leave the limestone if there's any, right? Because limestone is generally more valuable. Always try to destroy dirt first, I guess, is the most important thing. But just like I logged in today and I went to like try to find some shale to make ashlar with, and there was none in any of the government stores at all. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to criticize. I'm just, yeah, anyway. Thank you for your help, Sandman. I will stop being a Debbie Downer now. Yeah, and again, whoever built this road, just because we're changing it doesn't mean you screwed up. It's fine. It worked. The road as it was worked. It just, there's no reason to have a ramp there. That's all. Yeah, Xander said she did the same thing. And it's not the end of the world. The only thing it was, Sam, is because you said you did all of them. When I saw it, I was like, oh, no. And again, I should have mentioned it earlier, and I didn't. I was just like, there's not going to be any stone anywhere for me to buy. Right? But it's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. All right, we're looking good here. Oh, well, look at that. Oh, wow. Rico has been aggressive. I guess that's what a skid steer does for you, right? You can be aggressive. Yeah, and it's like I mentioned to both of you is that like I don't need extra admins this late in the server, right? Because it's relatively calm now, right? Because there's less people. But this allows you to come in and kind of learn what I expect and how to do things. If you have any questions for me, right? So that next run usually be all ready, right? You'll be ready to go. Guess I could probably move these. I want to make this shoulder now too. I mean, I could, I guess, do the shoulder now. Why not? While I'm here and I got help, might as well, right? Might as well. And we'll start the shoulder right here. Well, no, maybe I'll do the shoulder after. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, exactly, Xander. That's exactly what I was thinking. I only bought 50. And I mean, Rico store is right there, right? I could go buy more, but yeah. For now, we'll just get the road. Just get one functioning full tunnel road for now. And then we can worry about, you know, widening it later. And if anybody has any ideas for additional road districts, you know, let me know, or one of the other admins know. Although you guys, yeah, I should probably show you other admins how to make districts too. Yeah, we can do that some night. Some other time. Doesn't need to be right now. Don't want to drive off. Boop. All right, get the shovel out again. Yeah, just do one lane for now. Maybe this evening after I get back from my sister's cottage. Work on the second lane if it's not already done. Weird to see the spiders. Oh, do you have like arachnophobia on? Yeah. Do you want me to turn it on? Like if it bothers you, I can turn arachnophobia on. I don't know. Has anybody here in chat play Satisfactory? Because the now Satisfactory also has giant spiders that are kind of scary. But the arachnophobia mod, the arachnophobia mode, not mod, like turns the spider model into like just a like a picture of like grumpy cat or a cat. I don't know. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Just look up Satisfactory arachnophobia mod. It's hilarious. Sandman says, from my watching, if you make house decor, I'm in the market. I put up somebody, I think Tuffle, asked for a bathroom set yesterday, so I made a toilet and all that. I made two, though. I don't know, did the second one sell as well? The toilet didn't, but somebody bought the bathtub and the sink. Interesting. Yeah, I'm renting from Xandra, so I've been slacking in my house this run. That 71 housing bonus, I did not earn that. That's 100% from Xandra. You know what might be helpful, Telra says? A store for each of the stone types that is buy-sell orders at a little more than the government store to act as a buffer to make sure there's always stone somewhere. Yeah, I mean, if you're buying it at more than government store levels, people will bring it to you. Well, it's funny. Like I got buy orders for more than what the government store is buying for, and I find people still don't bring them to me. People still just go to the closest government store, even the government store that's right next to me, right? Even though I'm paying more, I'm paying 0.1 instead of 0.08. Nobody sells to me. Yeah, so I don't know. All right, you can all go in there. And yes, I because I own this government store, I can't sell to it, so I'm just dropping stuff in. At least I think I'm buying for more than the government store is, aren't I? I mean, the government store prices are meant to be a guideline, and I am flexible on the prices. Yeah, I am buying for more. Like, for example, stone. In the last 3 runs, we had 0.1 for stone, but people thought it was too expensive. It made the price of crush too high, which made the price of roads and stuff too high. So then last server, I put it down to 0.05. But then people were like, oh no, now it's too low. And like digging out tunnels feels bad, right? Yeah, so now I tried 0.8, 0.08, right? Just for something. And it seems I haven't really heard any complaints about it, but stuff like that, I'm always willing to mess around with a little bit, right? 500 hours in Satisfactory. I probably have something similar. Richard Rico. I'd have to check. I have it on Epic, and honestly, with this new computer, I know I did install Epic, but I think did I install Satisfactory? Might have to install it. Not that it's a big deal, but and I did a crazy thing yesterday, day before. I installed Arc. Some people mentioned maybe it'd be fun to be an Arc server between eco servers. I'm thinking about it. If you're watching this, I'll probably do a poll on the Discord eventually anyway. But if you're interested in playing Arc between eco servers, let me know. But we'll see. All I ask is we play by the rates that I like because it's my server. You just can't go back to Arc. Yeah, Arc is Arc. It's really. But if people like said people want to play, I'll get a server going. As long as it's not no, wouldn't be the normal server rates. But I don't. My big one is I put taming up quite a bit. Right. XP up a bit. Harvesting mount up a little bit. I usually make the knights go a little bit faster. And then like taming way up. So, XP is weird. Like I find if you don't turn it up, or if you turn it up just a little bit, it's fine early game. But then once you hit like the higher levels, it just XP starts to drag unless you're like going out and killing alphas and stuff. But if you turn it up too much, for that late game, then I find it goes by way too fast in the early game, right? So I think last time I played, and I was just playing with like a buddy on a private server, just the two of us, I think we left it relatively low early game, but then once we hit like level 60 or 70 or whatever it was, we turned it up quite a bit. And I could do something like that again. Yeah, official servers take way too long. I agree. Oregon would be up for it. Cool. Well, especially because like so many more people have joined Patreon lately, and I had that stream there last week where I got like $100 in donations. So I'm definitely willing to, to put the money out for an Arc server. You know what I mean? Because I feel like people have been really generous. Depends what DLC I mean, honestly, let me just drop these here for a sec. Now, keep in mind, if I'm doing an Arc server, it's going to be just one map. I'm not getting a whole cluster, right? So chances are we just be on like Ragnarok or Crystal Isles or whatever, right? Which are free maps. You shouldn't need any DLC. Oh yeah, Fjorder. I don't know if I'm saying that right, Skull, but yeah, I forgot that one was out now too. I haven't played that one at all. Maybe we could check that out. And like, if people were wanting to have like a mini cluster of a couple of servers, I would do it as long as a couple other people were willing to throw a little bit of money my way. You know what I mean? Like, I know I did enjoy that Lost Island map. I played that one for a little bit when that one came out. And it was pretty fun. A lot of limestone. I should probably take that home and turn that into ashlar, actually. That's what I should do with it. But yeah, so put it this way, I do an Arc server before I do Satisfactory again. Because Satisfactory, it's a co-op game. You're playing like more of a co-op game than like Eco is. I know Eco's a co-op game. And when you're playing with people you don't really know, Satisfactory kind of, yeah. I didn't love it last time. Enjoy your Chinese food, Xander, and we'll check you later. I haven't played Ark in a while. I played, and I was gonna say me neither, but no, I have. It wasn't that long ago. To be fair, yeah, I agree, Talarath, because that's what it was. It was basically between eco servers, and there was like 5 or 6 of us just started playing Satisfactory, and like it started out pretty good, but then you know some people are very particular with their builds. Other people weren't very particular with their builds. And like people are like, people got busy and other people are like, oh, I don't want to even deal with their build because it's ugly. And you know what I mean? All right, I'm going to go. Actually, I'm getting hungry. I'm going to have to go home to eat anyway. So let's go home and eat, drop off this clay, drop off this limestone. Made pretty good progress already. I'll come back. I'll grab some more of these roads from up here. I mean, it helps to have somebody with a skid steer working from the other direction, right? Yeah, there's only so much raw resources Satisfactory, so if you can't agree on how to use them. Well, I think, and it was just like one guy kept like just going off completely on his own and making something. So like he went off, he made a computer factory like on the other side of the map and didn't create a way to get the computers back to our base. It's like, dude, if you're not gonna set up a truck route or a belt or a train or anything, then why bother? And like, anyway, it was fun at first, and then it got kind of not fun. Demon Wolf will play Ark with me. All right, well then, I mean, a couple other people have mentioned it. It looks like we'll be doing Ark between eco servers. So I'll be similar thing where I'll stream it. Obviously, just I will say this though, from a admin standpoint, I'm going to be pretty hands off. Like if be good to each other. If you want to tribe up, you can. If you want to play on your own, you can. Just don't grief each other. Like, don't make me have to be an admin, please. All right. Let us. We need vitamins bad. Let's pound the wild mix here. And now we need protein. Stomach is full. All right, so let's take a bit of food with us this time. Just to have. Transatlantic Lucero Railroad. Speaking of trains, I heard they might add them to eco. Now, trains, that's new to me. I know I've heard their boats. Boats are supposed to be one of the next big additions to eco. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. Like a lot of people in my community have been saying for like a year now that they'll come back to eco once there's boats. Didn't I drop? Yeah, dirt. Dirt I can sell to the government store. This government store. You've been playing Conan. Yeah, Conan's free right now, right? Conan Exiles. Yeah, go away, dirt. Buy dirt. Looch, you're selling dirt, not buying it. Yeah, that's part of the problem, Sam, man. Oh, almost got an accident. They talked about boats like a year ago, over a year ago. Long time ago. Like super long time ago. I mean, I have limits on my buy orders. If you're only trying to sell me 1 or 2 types, I can take it. If you're trying to sell me like to my buy order limit on like all 6 types, Common Road Builder, roads built properly since day one. Yeah, if you're trying to sell me every type, I don't know if I can take them all. But eh, fill it up. Yeah, I checked the other day when somebody mentioned that it was going to be free. I think it was Jeff or Aaron mentioned that it was going to be free. Um, I have played it, not recently and not for long. I think I have 8 hours total playtime in Conan, and it is not recently, right? Like, well, let's see here. Steam. Steam's being Steam's being derpy. Never mind. Anyway, I think I played it for like 8 hours. Yeah, and it's free right now. But as long as the eco server's still running, I don't want to throw myself into another survival game. Now, obviously, between servers is a different matter, like between eco servers. So there's enough people giving me money on Patreon at this point for the eco server that I feel like I need to make sure I make it my focus for as long as it's going, right? Like I don't want my focus to be too divided while it's running. Used to play Conan on PS4. I got into Arc now with my new PC. Been playing Eco. Got it because of you. All right, cool, man. Thanks. A useful service might be stored for each stone type with its own stock. But the problem with that is like stones, you would need a lot of stockpiles, right? And the government stores largely fill that job right now. You know what I mean? Tell her like I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying the amount of effort to make the storage and keep storage clean might not be worth your effort. Maybe, I don't know. And again, I mean, do what you want to do. Like don't let me discourage you. But I'm not sure if that is something I would encourage somebody to do. Does that make sense? Kind of just really kind of hedged. I really hedged on that, didn't I? Why am I hungry again? Like, didn't I just fill up? Yeah, I don't even know why I stopped playing Conan. I think I was playing it with a couple of buddies. I feel like maybe they weren't enjoying it. I don't know. Has anybody here played a game called Citadel? I think it's like Citadel Forged with Fire. I think it's called. It's it's a survival game, but it's set like in fantasy. It's like a almost a Harry Potter themed fantasy. Because like you can ride on broomsticks and stuff, but it's similar to Ark in a lot of ways. Like to tame creatures, you use magic spells to tame them, which was pretty cool. Um, yeah, that's a game I feel like. Now I have no idea if the developers are even supporting it still, but I feel like that game was pretty good and just kind of faded. Surprised it didn't do better than it did. Yeah, I feel like Jeff when it first came out, a lot of people tried it, but they just didn't stick with it. But it also has like it has quests and stuff, and like there's like a almost like a progression through different biomes, like kind of like Valheim, but not quite as gated, I guess would be the word as Valheim. I don't know. I liked it, and well, it's a bit of an underrated gem in my opinion. But again, you need other people to really enjoy those types of games, right? And I'm not sure if anybody's playing that one anymore. Just too bad. Oh well. Yeah, it was not yesterday that game came out either. And I played it. Well, let's check. Let's see if my Steam will show me here. All right, so let's here Here, you guys want to see? Oh, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Yes, I own a lot of games on Steam. A lot of them I've never played. Own in Exiles. 4 years ago for 8.5 hours. Citadel Forge of Fire. Oh, 2 years ago. Played that for 42 hours. Well, looks like they're still having updates, which is cool. That's good to know. No, no, no. I don't want stone roads. I want asphalt. Your experience with Eco, by the way, is actually trying to play it single player a bit without cheating. When you're doing that, you tend to use stone to build towers, which to store stone. Before I ever played multiplayer Eco, and you can watch on YouTube, I did a whole single player run with like just the basic rates, no mods, nothing. Right to the meteor shoot down. I did the whole thing. And I put it on YouTube. And it was my first Let's Play that did really well, which is why I now do Eco community runs, right? Because that was the first videos I did that I was actually able to form a community for, I guess. But yeah, I would not like playing single player, to fool around, mess around and learn some stuff is definitely a good idea. But I wouldn't recommend doing a full run and shooting down the meteor. Man, that was a grind. Like, I did it. Took well over 100 hours, I'm pretty sure. But I did it. It was a pain. Single player, no big shovel. Yep. But I didn't need to dig a whole lot, right? Like I kind of fluked out. I put my base, it was like right in the middle of like 4 different biomes, right? So it was nice that way. But it was funny. It was like 4 different biomes, but none of those biomes were the desert. So my single player game, my iron was actually like beach iron. I don't know if anybody who doesn't know, the desert always has iron, like 20 to 25 below the surface. Like a nice thick band of iron that goes the whole way through the desert. There might be like patches of gneiss in it, but it's pretty much a straight iron. Then there's another band of iron, another 20 to 25 below that. There's also a similar band of iron under the beach, but it's not as thick. It's not as consistent. But yeah, my single player run, my iron was beach iron. But I mean, single player, you only need so much, right? Now I had it on the no collaboration setting, but I didn't modify it anymore, right? I just ran with no collaboration setting, which to me was pretty bold. So yeah, we're just gonna make it. I'm not gonna worry about clearing out any more of that for now. Just gonna make this a functional tunnel for now. That's priority for today, for stream. Yeah, you found it out this run? Yeah. Now, if you're planning to do a ton of smelting, I would not recommend counting on beach iron. It's just not, like the band, it's not thick enough. Plus, beach tends to like not be straight, so it's hard to really get a good mine. It's just, if you're just, I think what it was that run. I wasn't planning to be a smelter, but I was a miner. And like one of the other people went smelting first. So the first couple of days on the server, I was mining iron, just turning into concentrate and selling it to the smelter. Right. And then later on, I needed to take smelting because we didn't have any smelters. And you're right. I've been a smelter. There was one run, server 3, which was before your time, Sandman. That was a server before I think you came. I think you came on server 4. That server I planned to be a smelter. The problem was, literally, there was one other smelter, and there was 0 other advanced smelters. I was the only advanced smelter. Now, to be fair, it was a much like smaller server than this one, way less people. But yeah, it was hard. It was hard to keep up with advanced smelting. So I was mining, smelting, advanced smelting, glass working, and oil drilling. And like there was one other glass worker. He didn't really sell a lot. There was only like 2 oil drillers. So like just that run was terrible. It was just so stressful. I'd log in and I just mine. I just mine. It was not my favorite run at Pico. But in my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a supplier. That'll be good, right? Because I'm not big on building. I'm not a big builder in eco. I'm more of a provider. I was like, I'll just take a bunch of provider professions, right? That'll work. That'll be good. It wasn't. It wasn't good. Just because, and that's why too, like, and I guess Talrath, you probably don't know this, but we have a spreadsheet that like before the server starts, you put in on the spreadsheet what jobs you're planning to take. You'll notice I don't put what I'm planning to do, even if I know what I'm planning to do on the spreadsheet anymore. Because what happens, people are like, oh, well, Luch is planning to be a mason and a potter, which was my plan this run. People are like, Luch is planning to do that. Well, I'm not going to do that if Luch is planning to do it. And then it means like I'm the only one on the server. And I'm like stressed to the max trying to meet demand, and I can't because I'm the only one, right? So basically, I just want to avoid that situation. So I don't even. But it did kind of blow up my face this time because like Damo was planning to be a potter. I didn't realize that. If I had realized it, I would have told him because he moved in right across the road from me. And he's like, oh, well, this is great. I'm a potter and I'm right across the road from Luch, who's also a potter. Like nobody's going to buy from him, right? Because people buy from me because it's, server owner privilege or whatever you want to call it. Streamer privilege, I guess, too, to some degree. So yeah, so he ended up like moving in with him, Sauce, who I believe is his brother. I think that it's his real life brother. Well, I guess it's his brother. Yeah, but I felt bad for him because he didn't know that I was going to be a potter because I didn't put it in the spreadsheet. So I apologize, Damo, if you're watching, which he's probably not since he's not playing on server anymore. He's moved on. Anyway, it's all good. Streamer privilege, but you know what I mean, though, right? Like if let's say I need something made. If I ask, hey, can anybody make me a blah blah? And I mean, I know I have 14 people watching right now. Like I realize I'm not Asmongold, right? Who gets people for anybody who watched Asmongold play New World, that's streamer privilege. But even in this game, if I ask somebody to make me something, I have a better chance of that person making it for me than the average person does, right? But it's also, like Talras said, about being helpful to the server, right? If I'm the type of person who's always willing to help people, I always try to make sure I make stuff for people that they need. If you're one of those people and you ask for something, people are going to go out of their way to get you what you want, right? But I do realize, like, my store gets frequented more. Right. And I feel like server owner privilege is probably a more accurate term than streamer privilege. You know what I mean? In my situation anyway. But yeah, it is what it is. Well, it's like Calorie. Like I had my bricks for 1. Calorie had their bricks for 0.98, which is fine because I know I'm still going to sell bricks, right? Plus the fact that Calorie and I lived nowhere near each other, right? So the people that lived close to me were going to come to me. People who lived close to Calgary were going to go to Calgary. But I didn't feel like I had to match prices, right? I could just put them up for whatever. And I did. I had no problem selling brick, which is good. How much stuff do we have in here? Let's go dump this off. And then we will grab a full truckload of this road from up top and come down and start placing it. But I mean, it should be the same amount of road, right? Yeah, and if your store is in a good place, near other people, near a government store, easy access, right? Like, one thing I tried to do this, or I tried to have it so that there wasn't one big like metropolis. I tried to spread people out, and I think it worked. Right? I feel like people spread out pretty good. Excuse me. Because last run people didn't spread out. I mean, people spread out to some degree, but there was definitely like a downtown area, and like El Tozo and Sully had their stores right downtown, and they were both busy. They were both on all the time, and as a result, they sold a ton of product, but people like got upset with them because they had all this money in their bank. It's like, well, they're busy. They always have stuff stocked. They sell stuff that people need, and their stores are right in the middle of the downtown area. Of course, they're going to have a lot of money. Like, location, right? Telrath always tries to help with anyone. When I needed the modern upgrade, I bought every upgrade down the line. Yeah, a lot of times that's what you have to do with upgrades, unfortunately. Especially like when a new tier of upgrades first comes out, people will like aggressively make them. You know what I mean? But when you're a little deeper, you're always like, do I really want to go grab those modern upgrade ones and turn them into twos? Like, what if they don't sell, right? And, I'll just set it up, that I can make it if somebody needs them, right? Oh, you bought extra. Oh, I see what you're saying. So that there'd be, yeah, I get you. Nice. Yeah, I've done the same in the past. But, like the automatic upgrade module stores, I don't love them. I wish people would. Like, last run, I was a glass worker, right? They make advanced upgrade 2s. So I didn't have an auto upgrade store. Instead, I went to the Potters, which was Sully and Kitty and, oh God, what was that person's name? Who played last run? They were Potter. They lived down by Ishmael in the desert. Untamed Toxicity. Anyway, I bought a ton of move these somewhere. I don't know. These aren't mine, so I'll just take them. So I just continuously bought a bunch of AU1s from those players and turned them into 2s. Right? And then once I had smelting, I just turned them into 3s. Right? So that if people wanted an AU, I already had the 3s ready to go. But I also had the benefit of making AU2s and 3s myself, right? Which not everybody does. Anyway, the automatic stores work as long as the store owner is vigilant, right? I know I'm always hesitant to use them if the player's not online. Like, you can check on the map to see if they have stuff queued and whatnot. Like, let's look at Punch here. Advanced Upgrade 4, for example. Queued. Okay, it just needs Advanced Upgrade 3s, right? So it should work. But maybe Punch doesn't have their storage set up right. Right? Like, I'm hesitant to use them unless the person's online. But that's me. And if I have more than one I want to do, here's a pro tip. If you have more than one you want to do and you're going to one of these automatic upgrade stores, just sell one first. And if you get it, sell one more, don't sell them all at once. Because if it doesn't work, all of a sudden you're out however many you sold, right? But that's just the way I like to do it. On your server with your friends, you autobot and auto sold the upgrades with orders queued for the middle ones I can make. Yeah. I mean, that's the way a lot of people do it. Yeah, this road's coming along, but again, thank you, Rico, for the help. That helps a lot. What was I going to say? So yeah, so if we're gonna do ARC, I'll probably put up a survey. I'll put up a survey for what map? Probably actually map. Maybe like I said, maybe 2 maps. Maybe I'll do a little cluster of 2. See. Cal has been poorly designed. You have to sell it for 1 loony and then buy it back for cost. It sounds good, but it means you have to sit around and wait for the upgrade or someone can steal it. Yeah. Yeah, I like to put the buy at what the other person is selling to that, but anyway. Zach, I need a drink. Rico says, would I like to see what you've dug over your house? Yeah, let's take a little break from the road project here. Yeah, you've been busy. It seems like I feel like every time I go by, something's a little different up here. Wow, this is nice. What's wrong with your elevator? Oh, thank you. Yeah, this would be a nice housing bonus. Man, it's like real life. It's a lot bigger on the inside than it looked from the outside. Holy crap, still going. Yeah, what's wrong with your elevator, Talra? Yeah, look at the storage down here. Oh yeah, no, I remember seeing this garage door. Yeah, those industrial elevators just in general are a little buggy. Um, I know, and I think they fixed this with the newest patch, but like if 2 people are standing on it and one person starts it, the other person just like warps through it. Like it doesn't pick up for both people. But I think they said, or at least they said they fixed that one. Who knows? Oh yeah, so this just leads. This is the same cave we were just looking at, just the opposite side of it. Nice, nice, Rico. We have here, oh, just a little storage shop. It's like, yeah. Wow. Oh, look at this. Look at this back here. Does this work? Does the greenhouse work? Fantasy football draft is tonight. Yeah, a lot of people I know. I don't do fantasy football. I find it too frustrating. I used to do it, um, but it was like I had one year where I just injury bug just decimated me. The next year, it was like everybody I played had the week of their lives that week, right? Like, oh, it was ridiculous. Like I had like the second most overall points, but I was like I didn't even make the playoffs. It was just like I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. This wasn't worth the frustration. But you know, man, I used to play fantasy baseball, fantasy hockey, fantasy football. Now I don't do any of it. I kind of miss it at times. I miss the in-person drafts. Those were fun. But good luck in yours. Um, What was I gonna say? Baseball, I kind of don't miss because guys get called up all the time, and a pitcher that gets called up, he could go out and get a no hitter, right? So it's like you got to be on top of it. It's a lot of work. Baseball, I found in particular, was a lot of work. You're gonna be blocking. There we go. Manage your mother's team for her because she plays in a work pool and doesn't really want to do it. We're 2 years in a row winning it all. Nice. A lot of fantasy drafts tonight. Yep. No, one of the guys I was golfing with, his draft is tonight. He said he's got the 7th overall pick. He generally likes to take running backs with his first pick, but he's just not sold this year. He said he's debating on taking a receiver, which he never does. I think he said 7th, something like that. I'm tempted to go back to carp next run. Carp is still one thing I haven't done. I haven't done logging or carpentry, except for single player, and I haven't done farming, gathering fertilizers. So at some point, I guess you want me to clear some of this out so you can get out, or do you? I guess you could pick it up. Or I guess we could start clearing that out. You keep saying I'm going to build a hewn log mountainside build, but I get caught up in supplying stuff and then never do. Yeah, that was kind of what you were going to do there one run, right, Sandman? When you were with North Dakota and Zelkova, you were going to make like a tree, and you like out of hewn logs, and you never got around to it. But yeah, I do remember. It was pretty cool. My very first eco server. Pretty sure none of you were even around then. I don't know, maybe Ro's out there. Ro and Josh. Josh is the only person to play on all of my servers. We had I mean, I'd played the full single player. We had one person. We had one experienced person. Well, it was him and his brother. I think it was just him playing 2 accounts. It was supposed to be him and his brother, though. But back then, I had the XP set a little differently, so I think we all ended up with like 7 or 8 professions by the end of that run. Because I started tailoring, butchery, hunting, and then I pivoted into like mining, smelting, oil drilling, glassworking. Yes, we had 7 stars each. So this guy, he was playing 2 accounts. He essentially had 14 stars, but basic upgrades, he had all 4 of those professions between him and his brother. So he had a shop, or he had 4 little shops set up next to each other. You go to the first one, and you just need to sell them like logs or hewn logs or whatever, and it spit out a BU1. Then you could take the BU to the second one, and you just had to give it mortar, stone, and sand or whatever. But anyway, you could go right from a no BU to a BU4. You just had to bring them everything that you needed. It was pretty cool. Yeah, you were talking about that last stream, Thorgrim, about being the brave soul who tries to deal with the spoilage as a cook. But it might not be a bad server to do it on because I don't feel like a lot of people are going to want to do it. So there will probably only be 3-4 cooks if I had to guess. Right? Because you do not want to be a cook when there's too many cooks. That happened last server. And it was not an enjoyable experience for any of them, really. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I think it'll be a relatively in-demand profession next time because of that. Because people don't want to deal with spoilage. Farmer probably will be too. But I feel like I feel like farmer won't have to deal with that much. It'll be the cooks and the players that have to deal with it, right? Oh, and for anybody who wasn't here, I think I mentioned this last stream, but once the meteor's down, I am going to apply the update to the server. It works with the big shovel mod. It works with the brick mod. It doesn't work with the whetstone mod, but Edible has modified the mod to make it work. I forget what he said he had to do, but it wasn't anything too crazy. Is Chris Sell trying to get by here, or he's just trying to figure out what the heck we're doing? Or he's looking for an AU4. I do not believe I have an AU4 laying around. Sorry, Bori. I have AU1s. You can get started towards a 4. Raw, yeah, like I feel like the raw vegetable spoiling, I feel like it'll be the cooks that have to deal with that though, primarily, right? Not the yeah, I know, Rico, you're trying to get through. Just give me a sec. You were lost. Oh. You probably don't come by here much, eh? No, this was I don't know how long you've been in stream, but this road went up and then immediately back down for absolutely no reason. So I made it my goal today to fix it and make it just go straight. Instead of complaining about the road, I decided to fix it for a change. All right. Why do I have roads left over? Should it not have been the same amount? Oh, it was asphalt in the middle. Right. I don't know. I don't think the spoilage is going to be that bad. I hope, anyway. But oh my god, like, ice boxes, when they come out, are generally pretty, you know, wanted. Man, people are going to really want ice boxes now. Like, real bad. They're going to be really sought after. Right, does anybody have a buy order for this iron concentrate? Yep. Axel. Suppose doesn't look too bad, but everybody will need to actually have cold storage for their personal food. Well, I mean, an icebox works, right? An icebox does something. And everybody usually buys iceboxes anyway, right? But refrigerators will definitely be more popular. Axel's completely full. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's 10 iron concentrate. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. Yeah, I noticed Axel's been playing Stardew Valley lately. My Stardew Valley, my 100 days of Stardew Valley video inspired him. Yeah, the graphics changes. Now, it said there was some optimization changes. Like, it's supposed to be better optimized now, but you know, I'll believe it when I see it. Now, iceboxes do hold a lot because food stacks to like 500 in an icebox. Is one thing that's nice with them. Let's get 100 here. Start making the shoulder. Oh, geez, that was close. What was I talking about? Oh, graphic changes. Yeah, apparently, like, now your hands go in front of you when you run. Apparently that's making people get like motion sick. So that concerns me. But I mean, most stuff is kind of whatever, right? All right, so yeah, it looks like the lower road is good to go here. So let's move this over. You over a little bit. Let's block off the other side, and we'll start tearing that down too. Goes a lot quicker when there's people helping, right? The only thing you worry about with spoilage is that if processing doesn't reset spoil time. Yeah, that's going to be, well, and I forget. Does it work like Ark? So if you have a stack of something and there's a spoil counter, when you hit the spoil counter, does the whole stack spoil or just the top one? Right? That's all that really matters. As long as it's only like as long as it's ARC style where it's only one, it'll be fine. But if it's the whole stack, that could be a yikes, right? So we shall see. And where's my truck? Let's get in here. It says, oh yeah, do carcasses spoil, I wonder? Fresh fruit in front, compost at the back. Well, that's another thing. They need to add another use for compost. Right? Like compost is already like it's used in one fertilizer. And that's it. And there's already too much of it in the world. Like if government stores didn't buy compost, people would have there'd just be stockpiles of compost all over the place. Right? It would not be good. So they need to in my opinion they need to rework the whole fertilizer system. But that's a rant that I've made before and I'm sure I'll make again, but I'm not going to make it again today. I mean, heck, you could make the argument that like farming, fertilizers, and gathering, those three professions arguably should only be two professions. You know what I mean? But what do I know? Sure, the devs know more than I do. Hopefully they have a plan. But who knows? Yes, the government stores buy compost. Oh yeah, no, if the government stores didn't buy compost, oh yeah, so I don't know if Sandman, if you're still there. But yeah, dirt and compost. Always try to destroy dirt and compost first when you're doing a government store. Clear out for sure. Obviously. Because those are the most useless things. And at this point in the game, clay, I guess, can go pretty quick as well. Like earlier game, you know, whenever whenever bricks are still, you know, in style, I try to not zap any clay, but this point, clay's no better than dirt, arguably, I would say. One more there. Get you. Oh, you're taking compost in your storage. I mean, you still can, but I mean, people are gonna probably bring it to the government store instead, right? Because it doesn't pollute, right? It just sits. It's not like tailings, right? That pollute. And okay, I heard somebody say this, and I don't know if it's true. Does anybody know if this is true? Somebody said that if you leave slag out long enough, it slowly pollutes, like just a little bit, though. Like, is that true? I don't know. I could see it being true, but I don't know if it's true. And I've never taken the time to check it if it's true. I have a lot of stone roads. I bought more stone roads than I needed, I think. Of course, I don't need to do the shoulder. I should probably switch to the road. Because, I mean, there's no shoulder up there. All right, let's start doing road instead. Because, I mean, look how much Rico's got cleared out there. So let's start getting the road down here. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm out of roads. Well, luckily, I know where to go get where to go to get roads. Gotta go up there. Slag does not show on ground pollution because I have it sitting and stuff. All right. There. Now we know. Has it been sitting for a while, I assume, then, Skull? Oops. What kind of block did you have here? There. Ooh, I didn't ruin it. Thought I ruined it on you. Well, I want make sure nobody comes down this road, but I want to be able to get up there, right? So let's just put them like here. There. That should keep people out. Oh, I don't care. In case you did want it, I didn't want to. It's been there for a couple days. At least, yeah, it's probably not. Probably doesn't pollute then. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, somebody said that, and I was like, I was like, I have no idea if that's true or not, but I could see if like it would make sense if it was, but I had no idea. I'm not sure what to do with all these stone ramps. Surely there's a spot that could use stone ramps. I think. I hope. We will see. But yeah, I'm not sure how much room do I have in my truck. Enough. Oh yeah, we can get a few more handfuls. Yeah, there's still areas need. I figured as much. But good to have that confirmed. Any chance one of these runs we can try to destroy the plant with pollution and whatnot? I mean, if that's what people want, I mean, my issue with things like that is I try to keep my servers relatively new player friendly, and I feel like doing weird. I don't know if weird's not the right word, but doing stuff like that is not very new player friendly. You know what I mean? But I get it, especially for people like you, Sam. I mean, you played on like what 5 servers at this point, right? You probably want to spice it up a little bit. I get that, and it's a toss up. Like I want to keep my longtime players entertained, but I also want to keep it new player friendly, right? Because I know like Kiwi was always wanting to do weird stuff, and I always had to try to talk him out of it, right? Um, but I get that. I get it. I'll consider it. I'll consider it. I mean, we did have that run where we hit the we let the meteor hit. That was kind of fun. Also, I know Edible suggested this where we do a run where we let the meteor hit on like day 7. Like we do like a 7-day meteor and we just let it hit. We try to rebuild. Or day 3 or day 5. I can't remember what day he suggested, but it was like early, right? It'd be pretty wild, right? Doing it like that, but it'd be interesting. Yeah, for everybody who doesn't know, like when the meteor hits, oh, it does some damage. I streamed the meteor hitting, should still be up there. I'm sure if you search for like, I don't know, meteor. What's going on here? Why is Tab closing my bag? Wait, does Tab always close bag? Am I drunk right now? I mean, I'm not actually, but when you're severely overtired, you're basically the same as being drunk. I feel like that might be me right now. Tab will always close bag now, but it didn't used to be like that. Because I guess when you do the bag, you automatically get the cursor, which is what Tab does. You would need a seed storage. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why, you give yourself a few days, right? Oh, we need to clear a whole other layer here, though. It'd be interesting. Could also do. I don't know how many of you people watch, you folks, you people. I don't know how many of you people. Not sure how many of you folks watch Partially Royal. He did a run. There was like 2 teams. He had a team. He was like the captain of one team. His brother was captain of the other team. And one team was trying to destroy the meteor, and the other team was trying to destroy the planet by polluting and whatnot. Like they had a giant pyramid of like tailings. I'd be more apt to do something like that. Sandman, like I'd rather do that than a pure, destroy the planet thing. But it'd be hard to balance because like you'd have to kind of yeah, and you did a water world one too. But yeah, for anybody who doesn't know why there's a law in place that you can't place lasers, it's because one of his runs somebody shot down the meteor like in the middle of the night when nobody was on, including him. So that's why I have the law that nobody can place lasers until we're actually ready to destroy the meteor. Um, yeah, that'd be interesting, but it would be tough to balance. You'd have to make sure the teams are balanced, right? Because some people play more than others, right? Some people have more free time. Holy crap, this thing was empty like not that long ago. I mean, I'll come back. I'll take the limestone at least. Excuse me, or some of it. But yeah, whenever I heard about somebody shooting down the meteor while everybody was asleep, I was like, oh, that sucks. I need to make sure that doesn't happen to me. And the no placing computer labs law is kind of for the same reason, but also because if somebody else like builds the computer lab thing and places it just because they like the look of it, um, it actually interferes. If you have two computer labs on your power network, you actually can't shoot the meteor down. There needs to be one and only one. You totally agree with that, Laser? Oh yeah, I mean, it's harmless, right? Like, I mean, yeah, somebody might be like, oh, I want to have a laser, like, for aesthetics. It's like, look, you can have it for aesthetics after we shoot down the meteor. Yeah, we exactly blowing up the meteor is going to be an event, right? So yeah, so that's why that law is there. Like it hasn't happened to me, right? Like we've always destroyed the meteor when we want to destroy the meteor, but better safe than sorry. I feel like my community is probably a little say better, but just more tight knit than his, right? Because he's a much bigger, much bigger YouTuber than me. So he's going to have more diverse, more random group of people, right? So yeah, he's done a few runs. Like he's done just vanilla basic eco runs. He's done the like I said the team one. Um, yeah, watching him play eco is actually why I did my single player. It was kind of funny. I was like, I'm gonna do a single player eco run. Screw it. Nobody's probably gonna watch, but I'm gonna make it anyway. And it turns out that there was very little single player eco let's plays out there, so it actually did get watched quite a bit. And here we are. He started streaming and was like, well, they blew up the meter and ruined everything while I was gone, so no more game. Yeah. I don't think he's gone back to eco since then, and I don't blame him. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's why it's there. Because I don't. Oh, whoops. I mean, you're right. I got run over by a skid steer. That song, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer? Well, Luch got ran over by a skid steer. That's the new version. Really want to see how that experiment went? Which experiment? Me getting run over by a skid steer? All right, okay. Let's go sell what we have, or well, get rid of what we have. Well, I want to take these ramps down so you can get a skid steer out, but then trucks will be stranded up there. Or wait, are these both Rico's trucks? Rico, Madman, 2 trucks. I guess if you have a skid steer, right? You can fill them quick. And yes, everybody, I know I should have a skid steer. I don't know. There's something about the skid steer that just feels wrong to me. Feels like it's cheating. I know it's not cheating. I realize that. I'm not saying you're a cheater if you use a skid steer. I just don't like using it. I don't know. Can't explain it. It is what it is. All right, so let's start peeling down some more roads. I wanted to see if anyone would lobby him to create very clever laws that didn't seem as corrupt as they were. Oh, you're talking about partially royal still? Yeah, I never really paid much attention to his laws, so I can't really speak to those. I don't know why I'm picking up these ramps. Well, I guess we still need some. No, we don't need any because we don't. No, I swear, I I feel like I need a nap before I go out to my sister's cottage for spaghetti, but I don't think I'm gonna have time. I don't know what the theme of the run was. I wasn't watching that run. Somebody told me about what happened. I wasn't watching. Pitch was, I'm the governor and I want the people to bribe me. Oh, well, yeah. See, I don't know. I mean, he can do what he wants. He's a much bigger, more successful YouTuber than I am, so I probably don't have room to criticize. But you will not see me do a run like that. And again, like, I don't know. He's got millions of subscribers. I got 2,000, right? Or hundreds of thousands at least. I don't know. But yeah, anyway. Like I said, I did not actually watch that run. Just somebody told me that somebody blew up the meteor on him while he wasn't on, which sucks for him. He actually didn't do much with it. Okay, well there you go. So they must have shot down the meteor like really early then, did they? I mean, you can like if you get a group of even like 5 or 6 people together that really want to advance technology quick and shoot down the meteor quick. Oh, they can do it. Oh, it can be done. Hey, Punch, how you doing today? On this fine holiday. I don't know, is it a holiday in Europe, Punch, today? It's Labor Day here in North America, which is like, you know, since you work hard, you don't have to work today, basically. Not for intrepid YouTubers, though, like myself. Yeah, I've taken some days off lately. Home from football training with your daughter. No, it's not a holiday there. Okay. Do you have any holiday in September? 1st of May. Okay. Oh, yeah, you know what? Stone Road's fine. I got a place I can put Stone Roads. Just redoing a road with Rico here. We this road went up top of this hill and then immediately back down. And I was like, you know what? I don't like that. I'm going to change it. Instead of complaining about it, I decided to just change it myself. And Rico helped, so that helps. You never see me doing something like that because politics. Yeah, I don't like politics on my server. Um, yeah, and like I'm not. Yeah, I just want to put in laws that make sense, that encourages infrastructure, that gives people a way to make money. Um, throw some quality of life stuff on there, and just then get out of the way, right? That's in real life, I my politics lean, I'd be like center left or whatever. But in eco, I'm a libertarian in eco, basically limited government, right? I'm definitely libertarian in government or in eco for sure. But I mean, and I even hate like putting myself or anybody in a box, like for like politics or so. Drive my truck up. Yeah, well, I could, but I'm stupid. I'm not going to bother explaining why because I've already done it a couple times, but I barely slept last night, so give me a break. I'm on like 3.5 hours of sleep. You know what? Let's go third person for this. This is not wide enough to be doing it without third person. Yeah, I come up here now when there's almost nothing left. You've always joked the world. My political alignment is don't reelect anyone ever unless you think the world is perfect. Well, that's the thing. Like I know my brother-in-law, he leans for whatever party is currently not in power because he is never satisfied with who is in power. I've noticed. It's kind of funny, but I get it. Most politicians aren't particularly good at their job. That's a whole rant for another time. I try to keep politics out of my stream, and because it doesn't usually end well. There's rarely friendly political debates that stay friendly the whole time, right? That's the way I look at it. And I certainly don't want to push my views on anybody. You can think what you want. It's all good. Yeah, you seem to like you. I know you said that was a joke, but that's how he thinks. And maybe someday somebody will do a good job and he'll want to revote them in, but I don't know. I doubt it. But that's his decision. It's his opinion. I'm not gonna try to change it on him. Yeah, I'm trapped. Same with you and a coworker from Serbia. Serbia. Wow, I guess that's not that far away for you. It is for me. God, I remember way back in the 90s, I worked at a Wendy's for a while, like in high school and then out of high school for a bit there where I was trying to figure out what the heck I wanted to do with my life. And as you can see, I never figured out what I wanted to do with my life. So here I am. There was an older Russian guy worked at Wendy's. I just get such a kick out of him because he could speak pretty good English, but if the manager asked him to do something he didn't want to do, he'd be like, no English. And it's like, Gennady, you can speak English fine. You know exactly what he said. He said, I don't want to discuss the war with you because then we will be unfriendly. Well, that's the thing. Like, just if your political beliefs are so strong that you end up like disliking people over them, probably then don't discuss them with people you like. Of course, I know war is inherently a political thing, but you can certainly make the argument that war transcends politics as well. Anyway, for a guy who said he didn't want to talk about politics, I've sure been talking about politics for a long time, haven't I? USA is a poop country. I'm not going to comment on that. No. Hey, USA has its flaws and its good points, and Canada is a lot the same. I do not think Putin was right about the war. I'll just say that. But anyway, moving on. How about that local sports team? How about the weather today? It was actually a good day. I golfed this morning is why I was up early and I didn't sleep last night. It was actually a good day for golf. It was like overcast, but it never rained, but it wasn't too hot either, which was nice. But yeah, I mean, if I lived in a country that USA had been involved with, like politically, or like, I'd feel a little strongly about it, right? Like USA is my neighbor. Canadians get a lot of their culture from the USA, right? Um, it is what it is. Anyway, no more politics. So if you haven't already voted in the poll which day you want to see the meteor go down, please do it. Unless if you're available any of those days, you can either select them all three or you can just select neither. Either way is fine. But if one of those days is better than the other, please select which day is best for you. I realize I'm not going to be able to make everybody happy with when the meteor gets shot down. There's always at least one person who misses it, usually more than one. But again, I will try to accommodate as many people as possible. I will try to accommodate the majority. So it'll either be this weekend or next weekend, basically. And again, the server will stay up. The server will not go anywhere. I can't guarantee anybody will still be playing. The server will stay up until we're ready to like take it down to make the next one, which will be sometime in October, probably, right? Also, and I'm repeating myself, but I know not everybody was here earlier, and I want to reiterate it because I realize on a stream like this you're probably not paying super close attention to the whole stream, and I get it. It's fine. What was I gonna say? Oh, once the meter's down, we're gonna put the update, like the food spoilage and all that update on the server, just to test it, see how it works. Everybody can get familiar with it if you know what I mean. People can log in and check it out. Also, it's looking like I'm gonna run an ARC server, like between the eco servers this time. So for however long that lasts, I'm gonna have an ARC server on the go if anybody's interested in that. We'll talk about that more as we get closer to it. But right now I'd like to keep the focus on eco for now, if possible, at least to some degree. We're just tearing up your yard here, Tellerat. We're upgrading. Well, yeah, like you said, if you wanted to like drive a truck down here to get at your stockpiles and stuff, you definitely could. Re-downloading ARC. I would suggest one thing. If you don't have a lot of space on your computer and you were thinking about reinstalling ARC, go into Manage DLC and turn off all the maps, like all the free maps and all the DLC maps, and just do the base game. Makes it a much smaller download, and then you can add maps as needed, right? Because like ARC itself actually isn't. I mean, it's big, it's huge. Don't get me wrong, but it's not that big until you add the maps in. Like Crystal Isles is like something ridiculous size wise. Let me look at it here. Where are you, ARC? What's my face? No, it's right here. So yeah, Crystal Isles is 47 gigs. Fjordur is 33 gigs. Lost Island is 62 gigs. I didn't think Lost Island was that big, but apparently it is. Ragnarok's 25 gigs. But I mean, if you Genesis Seas Pass is 60 gigs. So if you add these up, it's hundreds of extra gigs that you don't necessarily need, right? Yeah, 33. That's about the size of Rag. The center, I know center's not huge, but 11 gigs? Because the center has a big like underground area and stuff. Anyway, I love how I said I want to keep the focus on eco, and then I like basically just stopped talking about eco. Oh, we're done. And I have a lot of asphalt left over. That's all right. We'll find a spot for that. All right. So thank you very much, Richard, Rico, for the help. Again, I wasn't expecting to get this done today, so fantastic. And again, I wanted to feel like I was doing something productive today while I was streaming. And, I feel like I've been a bit hypocritical this run. I've been complaining about the roads, but not actually doing anything about them. So I thought, hey, instead of complaining about the roads, let's do something about them. It'll make your life easier when hunting. Hey, perfect. If I can make people's lives easier, then I'm calling that a win. That's good. So yeah, so my plan is I'm going to continue to stream eco every second day. Probably right until we destroy the meteor. You have a cart? Where are you at? Let me get home and then I'll teleport to wherever you are, sniper. So yeah, so vote on when you want the meteor to get shot down. The server will stay up after with the new update in. I will also have an ARC server ready to go for that time if anybody wants to check that out with me. Um, yeah, that's it. That's the goal. Everyone does something that feels most productive to them and has something else do things they don't want to do. Yeah, no, pretty much. How an economy works, you're 100% correct. Oh, and here's a hot tip for anybody to know. If you need to move a bunch of stuff and you click and drag and you hold control and shift, it takes everything. Ooh, Jeff with the $50 donation. Let's hunt some dinos. All right, so you know what that means? That means that we can get 2 maps, 2 servers, and we can link them as a cluster for Jeff, since Jeff essentially is paying for the second one, because that's about what it costs for an eco server. PvE. Although, unless PvE, but yeah, if we end up getting like a cluster. So, but again, thank you very much, Jeff. Yeah, but PvE, if we have enough, if we have a big cluster, does anybody know? Like, let's say we had a cluster, we had like the new map, we had Ragnarok, we had Crystal Isles, and we had, say, the center, just whatever. Could we make the first 3 PvE and then the 4th map PvP for the people who want to PvP? That would be the only way you would see PvP, though. It's going to be mostly PvE. And I'm not saying I'm going to do that. Again, I'm not, unless a lot of people donate or join Patreon, I'm not going to do 4 maps. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see how many people it is. Like, I haven't, almost my entire ARC experience is playing with a buddy or 2 buddies or whatever, right, on a server. Yeah, but if you have PvP, it just opens up potential issues, right? It's a whole can of worms. Yeah, at max, maybe we'll do 2 maps. Like a cluster of 2 maps. But again, is this where the card is? You want me to move stealth? 1094, 582. Yeah, I guess we don't want to. See, I'm used to playing by myself, and I don't want to. Like, I'm used to, if I need metal, I can just go get metal, right? Yes, cart moved. Let me. Do you have any ramps on you, sniper? Of any type? Problem with ARC's PvP is that things take forever to do and almost no time to break down. It's not fun if people aren't hardcore enough. Yes. Yeah, like, I don't want to be playing ARC for 15 hours a day, right? Well, I'm kind of wrapping up today's stream, Punch, so I just wanted to kind of hit every point. Yeah, so anyway, Eco, Meteor, coming up either this weekend or next. After that, we'll play some ARC. After ARC, we'll play some more Eco. And I'm going to try to start getting some Let's Plays in between, because I've been slacking on that lately. But, like, real life stuff going on, my mother having surgery and dogs dying and, just that's the big reason why I haven't. Okay, so this is the problem. I'm talking and not focusing. Ramps. I need to bring ramps down so I can move that cart out of the road. But yeah, I'm going to try to start doing some Let's Plays. There's a couple games coming out this month that I'm going to play. Also, I don't know if anybody here has heard of Mad Games Tycoon. It is a tycoon type game where you run a video game company. You make video games. Like, you can get into consoles if you want. You can publish if you want or not. It's really open-ended. But it's a game I've made multiple Let's Plays of. I'm probably going to do another one of that soon, because it's in early access and it's still being updated. It's a fun game. So yeah, I have lots of old Let's Plays if you want to check them out, but also there'll be a new one comes in, and I'm coming stealth with some ramps. Because I mean, I could use the admin tool to blow up this cart, but I want to just move it. Oh, you had ramps. Yes, I don't know. So for anybody who doesn't know, I have like a training video for my admins that show them all the different things they can do. Did I include this that you can move people's vehicles if you have the admin tool in your hand? I think I did. Anyway, whose card is this? Luminyox. Where does Luminyox live? Right there. Okay, so let's just put this. That's the problem. I apologize. I feel like there was a lot of people that I didn't know. Like a lot of people who was their first server with me. And like I didn't know, like this person lives just down the road from me and I didn't know. So I apologize if you're watching Luminyox. It was in my little video. Okay. Yeah, because it is something that you'll get asked to do a lot. People's stuff will be in their way. Wait, is there not a road? Oh, the road went up there. I see. I was going to say, I thought there was a functional road here. Right. Anyway, I got to hop in the shower and head out to my sister's cottage for some family time and some spaghetti. Thanks for coming out to the stream, everybody. Thank you again, Jeff, for the donation. That'll, like I said, that'll help so much with the ARC server. So I appreciate that. Meteor either this weekend or next. I'll announce the official date probably tomorrow sometime. I just want to give people time, like for people who aren't watching this live. If it's Monday night, Tuesday morning, pop on the Discord. It's pinned in the Eco channel. Just hit which one is best for you. I know not everybody, somebody's going to be upset. 100, whatever that is. Somebody else has, thank you, Richard, Rico. Somebody else has like what I have patrons that pay in that 10 US. Okay. Hey, that's like 13, 14 Canadian. It all helps, man. Every little bit helps. Thank you very much. Everybody who came out stream, everybody who donated, thanks for the help with the tunnel. Today's what, Monday? So I'll be back with another Eco stream on Wednesday. And yeah, like I said, I gotta get going. Whoa. You went weird there. That was weird, right? Again, all right. I've been trying to end stream for 10 minutes now, so I'm just gonna do it. I appreciate everybody. Thanks for coming out. Be good to each other. I forget my outro. Good to each other. Have a great one. I'll see you in the next one. That's not it, is it? Oh my God, I need to go to bed. Where's Ro? Ro would be so upset with me. For anybody, I mean, I guess not everybody here. Some of the people here know who Ro is. Ro's played on like 6 of my 8 Eco servers, but if I'm ever in Discord voice with Ro, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go. It's like, do the outro. He gets mad at me except in a Chilean accent. He makes me do my outro when I leave Discord voice. Be good to each other. Have a good one. Have a great day. Have a great day. Have a great day. Be good to each other. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I gotta go before I lose my mind.